Well, after watching actor Pedro Pascal go on his touchy-feely tour in regards to Fantastic Four,
La 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 la.
some people say there's nothing wrong with that.
What, are you retarded?
Enter actor Simu Liu,
I don't give a fuck.
who says all this talk about Pedro, it's getting old, it's getting tired, it's getting boring.
Sheer fucking hubris.
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. Simu, let me ask you this.
Don't say it, don't say it.
If you were a guy who's not the husband of a wife who just happens to be pregnant getting felt up by one Pedro Pascal, how would you feel?
Do it!
Oh, wait. But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. Well, I hate to do another video about this guy, but sadly is that every time this guy's name is mentioned, you know, stupidity follows, ignorance follows, dumbassery follows. That would be one Pedro Pascal. Yes, so if you haven't been paying attention, Pedro Pascal has been going on his touchy-feely tour in regards to the Fantastic Four. We've seen video after video, post after post of Pedro getting felt up, him feeling up other women, him holding on to other women, clutching for dear life. But no one sees a problem, but there's a problem with it. Some people don't see a problem with it. Enter one actor, Simu Liu. Of course, last time we saw Simu Liu was on that wonderful movie. The epic superhero film of our time. Yes, The Eternals. Trash. But, yeah, he had something to say. He's like, you know what? All this talk about Pedro, it's getting old, it's getting tiresome, it's getting fucking boring. And I don't want to hear any more of it. Well, Simu, by you opening your mouth, you're going to hear about it all in day. And here we go. This comes out of that Park Place. X-users slam Simu Liu for seemingly defending Pedro Pascal amid criticisms over Fantastic Four press tour behavior, or his ill behavior. Of course, there's Simu Liu. Actor Simu Liu appears to have inserted himself into the growing backlash against Pedro Pascal, notably his overly affectionate behavior with co-star Vanessa Kirby, who just happens to be married and pregnant, during the Fantastic Four First Steps press tour. Liu, best known for his role in the Marvel film Shang-Chi. Oh, I forgot. He did Shang-Chi and the 10 hula hoops. Anyway, took to X seemingly to dismiss criticism as manufactured hate, claiming it's simply because Pascal, presumably, is in a spotlight for a contractually obligated promotional run. No, you're not contractually obligated to be filling up other women. Simu Liu. Manufacture hate for someone simply because they're experiencing a moment of extreme visibility. Extreme visibility? Dude, have you seen this guy? And a press tour they're contractually obligated to is really boring. Liu never directly mentioned Pascal in the post, but X-users certainly took it that way as they line up to respond to the Marvel star directly and in droves. The controversy, Pascal's touchy-feely tour. Drama has erupted during a press tour for Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps, where Pascal, who plays Reed Richards, was getting unusually handsy with co-star Vanessa Kirby, who portrays Sue Storm, or Mary Sue Storm. And Pedro is loving every minute of it. Dude, if you're the husband, dude. Clips from interviews that show the two stars constantly touching one another, from Kirby stroking Pedro's neck and face to the Mandalorian star holding her hand tightly and engaging in what many describe as an overly intimate physical contact. This despite Kirby being engaged to the cross-player Paul Rebel and reportedly pregnant with child. No, we've seen it. We've seen the ads. We've seen the videos. Yeah, she's fully pregnant. Fans and commentators alike have expressed confusion and outrage, questioning why such behavior is deemed acceptable in a professional setting. Defenders point to their on-screen chemistry, insisting that the touches are mutual and promotional for the on-screen marriage. No, it goes a little bit beyond that, especially when it comes to Pedro. One viral clip captures Kirby holding Pascal's hand while praising some of the best men in the world, but optics are rubbing many the wrong way. Some claim that Pascal seems to rely on her as emotional support actress, just like a dog. Critics argue that this just isn't a friendly camaraderie. It's unprofessional and borders on inappropriate, particularly given Kirby's personal circumstances. Yes, she's now married with child. This isn't isolated. Similar moments have other co-stars have fueled accusations that Pascal uses physical touch to manage his anxiety, turning public events into personal therapy sessions at others' expense. The backlash has been swift, with memes branding Pascal's habits as creepy and sparking debates over whether he's overstepped boundaries. Yes, and also, is that a little gayish? Just saying. Even Simu Liu, who posted on X, manufactured hate. Again, while Liu never directly mentioned Pascal, X users certainly made connection with their responses towards him. Of course, that is Pascal and that wonderful film, Gladiator 2, that cratered. The defense reeks of Hollywood insularity, dismissing fans' concern as boring while ignoring how such behavior would be scrutinized if it involved less famous figures or seemingly anyone in Hollywood who wasn't named Pedro Pascal. Liu's intervention only amplified the scrutiny, drawing more eyes to Pascal's antics and exposing both actors' histories and controversies. Pedro Pascal checkered past from political provocations to daddy. Pascal's current scandal has been first brushed with the public eye. The Chilean-American actor has a track record of divisive actions that highlight Hollywood's selective accountability. In 2020, he sparked outrage with several social media posts comparing right-wing Americans with brutal European regimes of the past. Remember this classic? Losers in 1865, losers in 1945, losers in 2020. That was around the same time that Gina Carano had questions about COVID, had questions about the election. And what happened to her? Well, she got fired unceremoniously by Disney. And wasn't that nice of Disney? But yet, Pedro Pascal still held on to his fucking job. Gee, I wonder why that was. The political activism continued with Pascal facing the accusation of double standards at Disney, of course, while the aforementioned Gina Carano was fired for reasons. Pascal's left-leaning posts, often inflammatory, were unpunished, positioning him as a poster child for biased treatment. Facts. Adding to the unease, Pascal has been at the center of online frenzy where fans and media dubbed him Daddy after a viral video where he jokingly embraced the term. What started as a lighthearted has morphed into what many describe as creepy cultural phenomenon, objectifying him in ways that blur professional boundaries. His vocal support for gender politics has also drawn controversy, with some criticizing his comments on figures like Harry Potter author and legend J.K. Rowling, an abuse survivor who he called bully and a heinous loser. Now with the press tour fallout, allegations of using anxiety as an excuse for inappropriate touch have resurfaced. In October 24, while guest judging on Canada's Dragon Den, the equivalent of Shark Tank, Liu accused Quebec's based boba tea company Boba of cultural appropriation.
I'm concerned about this idea of disrupting or disturbing bubble tea because it's something that's
Why?
very
They're
near.
giving new takes on things?
Sure,
Nothing-
but I'm looking
not
at
everything
I'm
has
looking
to
at
be
these two guys.
traditional.
No, but then there's also an issue of cultural appropriation.
Stop it. The entrepreneur pitched his better for you ring-to-drink boba tea as transformational and traditional Taiwanese drink, but Liu lambasted him. He called it cultural appropriation because, of course, he did. Critics slammed Liu for supposed hypocrisy, yet he gatekeeps boba, a drink that already globalized and adapted worldwide. Of course, now here comes the roasting. Simu Liu made his comments. One user said, Simu, you did it. You solved the problem. I'm sure no one's going to be talking about it anymore. This certainly won't draw in more eyes to the situation. Good job, champ. Another, mid-looking Asian male feminist pissed no one. Mid-looking Asian male feminist pissed no one is paying attention to him, so he's all in Pedro groping women. Okay. Another. It's called professionalism, and it was nowhere to be found. Maybe carry a fidget toy in your pocket instead of emotional support actress. And last, by JD3PO, how's that boba tea? My thoughts. There was a saying back in my day, don't want none, won't be none. Or how about, if you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen. Well, in Simu's case, they were like, well, do you want that smoke? Fans were like, do you really want this smoke? Simu was like, no. Well, guess what? You got it. All you can handle, and you're getting wrecked for it. So, Simu, you do you. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. and we'll see you next time. Peace.